I guess I look at it this way. Say I put myself in a time machine and I transport myself back to the dawn of the automobile.
Hmm.
And it's coming out and it's making more inroads on modern living than some people would like, or more than some people perhaps. Just it's things are moving faster now. Whole industries are being disrupted, whole ways of living are being disrupted, society is being massively disrupted by this thing. Um, Not in a day, but over enough time and still fast enough. And say that early on in that process, like my son gets hit by a guy who's recklessly driving and dies. Or say that my son is a reckless driver,
Hmm.
hits somebody else. And it's this big, new, and scary thing in the world. And it's, like I said, it's disrupting everything. It's very natural to look at that, or look at a tragedy that happened to someone else in this time and clam up and say, yeah, I can't deal with that right now. I think this thing is terrible. I think it should be, you know, done away with. I don't think anybody should use it. And there's a natural grief that has to be gone over with any event. So, like, I'm not downplaying that in any sense. But it hopefully gets to the point of what I mean when I describe people thinking AI is big and scary. Like, it's too big for them to deal with for one reason or the other, whether because of tragedy or just it's too big a thing. And I don't know how to deal with it. Um, Again, grief's not the only. It's just one small example of this. Like, if it's just too big a thing for me to deal with and too disruptive, like how do I comprehend it?
Hmm.
And yet, if I can somehow step back from that and look at the world around me, I realize the world ain't slowing down for me and my problems and my views and my opinions. It's still moving forward. This thing is still becoming more and more and more a part of life. And one way or another, I have to reckon with that. Like, if I want to be a part of society, and I don't mean fall society and everything, hell no to that idea. But if
Yeah.
I want to still be in community with people, I'm going to have to somehow take it upon myself to learn about this thing and learn how to use it properly. And I'll probably muck it up along the way and make a bunch of mistakes. Fine. But I need to at least engage with it. I need to try and understand it. I don't have, in my opinion, the luxury of just saying, yeah, who cares? Too new fashion. I'm going to be the old guy. And I don't have the option of saying, well, I'm just going to dive in headfirst and use this thing for every possible thing I can think of.
Right.
Like, there has to be a middle path there. And that's my core point. I also look at this, and this is also jumping ahead, but I look at this from the perspective of, um, God willing, a husband and father one day. If I don't understand this stuff, I won't be able to teach my kids about it in the way that is proper. And if I can't teach my kids about it in the way that is proper, someone else will teach them, quite possibly in a way that is not proper. So it is my responsibility to know and to engage with it.
Speaking as actually as a husband and father, your responsibility is not to know the answer to every question
Mm-hmm.
and not to understand how everything works. So if there is some new technology, like I cannot actually wrap my mind around how AI works.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wrap my mind around how most computer related things work because it just my brain is not wired that way. So if I was to have to be put in a situation where I need to explain that to my kids, that is something I would have to hand off to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a, well, we just won't talk about that. It's, I need to find somebody who can explain it better than I can so that you don't go down off the wrong path at some point. Now,
I think you're spot on. Because if you want them to get the full technical explanation, or a better technical explanation, yeah, pass it off to somebody you trust who knows.